Greece has offered to make concessions as it seeks more aid from Europe. Economics Professor Antonio Fatas from the INSEAD Business School joins me now. Professor, thanks for your time. We're seeing European markets move higher on this news. Are the markets right to be optimistic?
Well, I think what is happening for the last 2 days is that we're getting a sense that finally the Greek government is willing to concede on some of the things that they said earlier they would not concede. So I think there's lots of positive signals over the last 2 days. It has come as a surprise. I think 2 days ago everyone assumed that the outcome would be a very large crisis. So I think the optimism is justified, but at the same time there's still a lot of uncertainty left, and we'll have to wait a few more days to get a final answer.
And where is the uncertainty at this point? Is it how the European ministers will accept the plan?
Well, they've been arguing about things which in some sense are small. If you look at the magnitude of the differences between their proposals over the last month, they're fairly small. But at the same time, they're basically signing a contract over the next 3 years. And both sides want to make sure that they're getting what they're looking for out of this contract. So what you've seen is basically a lack of trust between the two sides. So what is the uncertainty in my mind? The uncertainty is about whether the Germans will trust the Greeks will trust the Germans. And this is what we're going to see literally over the next 3 days. By Sunday, in theory, we should have the outcome of this negotiation.
Do you think at this point, though, a Greek exit is looking more and more unlikely?
Again, it's changing every day. So if you ask me at this moment, I think the exit looks unlikely. What the Greeks have proposed is not very far from what the Europeans had proposed earlier. So my sense today is that there will be an agreement, but I still reserve my opinion because I think there's a possibility that at some point over the next 3 days during those negotiations, something goes wrong and one of the two sides says, I'm sorry, I cannot sign any more this document.
Excellent point. Let me ask you, too, this proposal that Greek leaders put out there, can we actually see Greece move forward with things like spending cuts and tax increases? Isn't that internally, politically difficult for Greece to pull off?
I mean, politically, the proposal looks a little bit surreal because in many ways this is the proposal that the Greek citizens just decided to vote against during the referendum. So the Greek population has said, we don't want more of this. And now the Greek government turns around and they say, okay, this is what we suggest we do. So it looks like it's impossible to sell politically. At the same time, Greece is against the wall. They don't have any other solution. And my sense is what the Greek government is trying to do is trying to sell to their citizens a message which on one hand is, well, maybe we got a few concessions out of this referendum. And on the other hand is, I know you want more, but we cannot get more. And the only outcome is exit. And you don't want exit either. So this is the best we can do. And my sense is they could sell that politically, even if it looks a little bit surreal that we're going back and forth with the same proposal through this very strange referendum.
What does Germany want to see at this point to support that proposal from Greece? Obviously, France has spoken in favor, but Germany is key here.
I mean, Germany wants to get as much commitment from the Greek government as possible. But to be honest, I think Germany has given up with this government. They do understand they won't get what they want. And what Germany is thinking is, I could be the bad guy that pushes Greece out, but if the other European members don't want me to do that, I won't do it. I'll sacrifice my political power or my political wish to keep the European Monetary Union and the European Union together. So I'm not sure the Germans will get what they want. I don't think they can get it anymore. I think they don't trust the government. I think the Germans are playing a game which is to keep Europe united. They need to find a compromise. If all the other Euro partners say, look, let's do something for the Greeks, they'll go along. But I doubt there's anything the Greeks can give them at this point.
Professor Antonio Fatas, thank you so much for your expertise.
Thank you.
I'm Rhonda Schaffler for The Street.